the stock market is not your biggest threat to your retirement plan. The stock market's not the biggest threat, even though we had a major kind of decrease in 2018. There's more people behind on car loans than ever. Student loans are at an all-time high. The valuation of these companies are skyrocketed versus what they're truly worth, and it's not the biggest risk. Your biggest risk is that there's $21 trillion of debt that your partner has in this deal. This is a partnership with the government. They're the ones that issue these plans through a tax code, 401k, 403b, 457, whatever that number is. It's a qualified plan where you're putting money in pre-tax, which means when you go to take it out, it's going to be taxable. Now, if we look at the U.S. tax history, it began in 1913. It was only meant to tax the wealthiest people in our country. Let's call it the top 1%. And then eventually it started to creep down further and further and further till it impacted almost every single person in our nation. Right now we're hearing talks politically that we should go to a 70% wealth tax. And maybe that'll only hit the top 1%, or maybe history will repeat itself because we have $21 trillion of debt by the government, and somehow they're going to have to deal with it, pay it off. Where are they going to go get money? Retirement plans are a sitting duck. It's just waiting to be taken from. And so if you're deferring your taxes, what if they raise taxes in the future? Simply because they have $21 trillion of debt, or because this wealth plan that's only going to be about taxing the wealthy starts to tax everybody, which is a repeat of history over and over again with any tax that's initiated. So all of a sudden it starts to impact everyone. Well, don't defer your taxes if you think A, you might make more money in the future, which hopefully you do, because just with inflation alone, you need to have more money in the future for the same purchasing power today. Or number two, if you don't think the government's going to continue to lower taxes, because we're actually at a fairly historically low time compared to when it started out. If we look from 1913 to 2017, you'll see the graph is astronomical through most of that time, and that we are, only maybe 20 years where it was similar or better than it is today. So what happens 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now when you get to that plan and the government offers a sundry tax, which is if you have too much money in there, according to them, they start taxing more, which they did for 1 year in 1995. They repealed that. Or taxes just go up, so you've been deferring in a historically low time to pull it out in a historically high time. I don't want to see that happen to you, because right now, this is a guarantee I have. They will tax these plans. There will be more taxes for them in the future. It is a way that you could lose and have your wealth confiscated if you don't have an exit strategy. Be very careful and cautious when it comes to the taxes on taking money out of these plans, so better figure it out today.